Hello everyone, it's Omai and welcome back to another Omai Cruise video. Today we're taking a look at the new medal exchange for November of 2023, and we have a lot of good lineups here. There's a lot of good characters, legends, and also some very good rare recruits that I do think you should be picking up. These are old characters that haven't been available in a long time, and there's some very good supports that I think are definitely worth picking up. So let's get straight into it. We are having quite a few 600 middle tier category characters this time around, being Chopper, Yasop, and Usopp, as well as the Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo, and Yasop character. So, in terms of which of these characters I think is worth it, I'm very excited for Chopper, and I might pick him up if I do have enough medals. But you really don't need him. He's a nice alternative if you don't have V1 Chopper. But if you do have V1 Chopper, there's literally no difference in the amount of cotton candy you get. He's still a pretty good character, however, to get, and I do think he's sort of worth picking up, but not really. I think you should be saving your medals for something that's a bit better. For me, personally, this character has been dodging me, so I will pick him up. As for Yasop and Usopp, this is probably the most worth character in this 600 middle tier category, since he is a delay conditional booster through full immunity. He also gives us a base attack boost with his special, and also enemy resistance down with his super swap. So a very, very good character in terms of providing unique damage buffs. Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo is also a really good character because of their support, but also their special, as well as a pretty usable captain ability. The special, however, is really good since it gives a orb boost and a chain boundary effect for multiple stages, but there's no utility really there in their special. There is some nice utility in their captain ability and their support, but mainly Yasop and Usopp I think is a much better buy. And then if you do miss these characters and they have been dodging you for a long time, maybe consider it, but I do recommend holding off for a bit. If you don't have V1 Chopper, then sure, go for this Chopper, but really not required. As for the 400 medals, we have Dog and Cat. These two are definitely worth it in my opinion. If you don't have them, definitely pick up Cat because he's the better option, since he is a much more usable character in different content. He's a lot faster. But if you're missing one, then honestly I wouldn't hold it against you if you bought the other one. They are such a great combo, not only in treasure map but literally every single game mode. They also still pretty usable in Dex Power Rumble teams. If you don't have a lot of the more meta stuff, then you can use these guys. Still not the best option, but definitely there as a Rumble option. But overall, I definitely think they are the most worth option in this 400 middle tier category. And honestly, I think they are the only one that's worth it. Shanks versus Whitebeard, this character has really fallen off. He's kind of falling in the same category as Treasure Map Big Mom. Kaido versus Big Mom, whereas they aren't really necessary. They're just a nice captain to run overall. But overall, you really don't need them. So I think Akainu versus Ace, this character, and Kaido versus Big Mom all fall into that category where you really don't need them. So honestly, I wouldn't pick them up. Lucci is a pretty nice character, but you really never use him, so I wouldn't recommend it. The rest of these guys are old legends with great level limit breaks, especially Ace Day and Katakuri both have amazing level limit breaks, and I know Sanji is required for one of the Grand Voyages, but hold off on these guys. 400 medals, I mean, come on, you're gonna get these dupes from legendary tickets that you get in the month, so really don't buy these characters unless you really need it for Grand Voyage and you're like one copy away. Also, only if you have a huge amount of medals in the bank. Luffy, Snake Man, don't buy him, even though he might be getting a limit break buff soon, a level limit break buff, as well as Power Rumble Season Super Evolution. I still wouldn't buy him. I mean, he's a pretty sad character right now. You really never need him in content. And then as for the treasure map characters, these guys are all really trashy. These are old characters that debuted a long time ago in treasure map sugo-fest. They are just collector units. You don't need them for any content. They don't have any support abilities. They do, but it's very bad. And their specials are horrendous. So definitely don't pick them up if you are low on medals. Just a collector's item if you do need them. But I definitely would rather consider these two characters over here in the special characters tier. We have Corazon and Viola. Now, Corazon, this character, if you haven't ever seen him, he's a very good support that attaches to Law and Sengoku characters, both of which have really good units in this game. One split quest, if you get inflicted with Bino attack down, it just gets reduced by 2 turns. Very solid. Having an attack down reducing support is super unique. And although his special is kind of potatoes, you really aren't going to be using him for that. I definitely think for his support alone, he's definitely worth 100 medals. Viola is kind of a bit less required in terms of her support, but her support is still really good, and her special is also amazing. Maxing out at 12 turns, she's going to give 5 turns of utility for defense up and damage reduction, and reduce 1 turn of cooldown, and then also give you a color affinity boost for cerebral units. Now, this is overall just amazing. She gives us cooldown, which is great for speed or getting around special rewind, then amazing defensive effect utility, and then just a nice color affinity on top of that. Not to mention the fact that the special activates really fast, but also 12 turns is a nice amount, not too high. And the main reason why I wanted to talk about her support effect is because it touches to all Sanji characters, which is a lot of good units. And it's going to allow you to get 1 turn of damage reduction utility every time you hit a perfect. And these supports are really nice since you can use them multiple times in a quest, and especially in Kizuna, where there's 6 turns of enemy defensive effects after level 30, then this is going to be a really nice support to have. So just because of how great her special and her support is, I definitely think it's worth picking up this Viola. She also has a crewmate ability to resist 3 turns of special rewind, so making it very usable in that sense. So yeah, Viola and the Corazine are both, I think, the best options from these 100 middle tier characters. So not sure if they're gonna be coming back anytime soon after this middle exchange, so definitely pick them up if you don't have them. That's about it for the big characters that are like new. We have a bunch of treasure map, class pickup sugo-fest only characters here, and of these I definitely think Tashi is still a great option for her special and most importantly her support. We have Vivi, Bonnie, who's a very good utility character. Not a lot of damage though, so I wouldn't pick her up. On debut, she was a beast, and honestly still usable just because of the overwhelming amount of utility she has, but really not needed in modern day content. Ben Beckman has a nice support, but not needed once again. Lucy here is a great character, Sabo, whatever you want to call him, for his utility, damage, and orb manipulation. That's about it for the really good characters. I think Alvida is also a nice option for color affinity, huge utility, damage reduction, and also her support. So she's another great option. Besides that, I don't think it's worth it. Tell me in the comments if there's another one that you can see. Of these rare recruits, you shouldn't be buying these guys since you get them from like sugo-fest very often. But of these guys, the best supports are Jozu. Pudding's decent, but she's quite niche. Kuma's an amazing one. Nami. Broki's decent, but Nami's a lot better. Beppo's amazing. Kanjuro is excellent. Raizo is a very unique support. I would recommend picking him up. Sanji's amazing. Yogoro and the Daruma are quite niche, but also really good. Kobe's an amazing one. Lafitte's amazing. Whitey Bay is very nice, but she has fallen off a bit. But that's just my opinion. The rest of them are kind of iffy in terms of the usage. The World Clash characters, this Blackbeard is a very unique character, reducing enemy barrier. Besides that, these guys are also really good, but not as worth it. Blackbeard's the best option here. And for the World Journey characters, I'm not too sure about these characters' abilities. I know the Crocodile's really good. Vivi's pretty decent if I remember correctly. Also, the Sabo and Koala are pretty nice, as well as the Ace and Marco. Besides that, these guys are pretty shit if I remember correctly. Mind my language. But that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. That's the medal exchange for November 2023. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.